Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video is composed of things that I tinkered with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. This video should contain tips and tricks of things that I've learned throughout the year. Now, I only plan on leaving this video posted for about 30 days. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to kick off the day with this C70. Couple things left. One, there's some kind of intermittent lighting issue. Hit a bump, you get a light warning. Hit another bump, it goes out. Number two, it's got a driver's side window regulator that's getting weak, cable stretched. Not going to touch that, not with a 10-foot pole. Three, we got these headlight wipers that are stopping in all positions. I'm going to unplug this one since it is now down. When that one goes down, probably unplug that one as well. Or just unplug it, lay it down, disconnect the arm to do that. But first, I'm going to start off by tinkering with a blend door. They said that the passenger side is not cooling properly. Another thing is the seat will not fold forward with the strap or with the handle. Got to research that, fix that, make a video. Last but not least, it is missing a black sun visor. Notice this, the coin holder somehow falling down under the section there. So I'm going to pop this up, try to fish that out of there, and get that properly installed. I do not have my infrared temp gauge. If I did, I'd show you this. The air is on, pointing to face, fans on kind of high. This side, the air is cold, feels about 55 degrees. This side, the air is not even blowing as hard, but it's kind of on the warm side. Lukewarm, hot, getting hot over here, even though the car is not even warm yet. So, let me go and figure out which blend door this is. I think I know. We'll check that out. Actually, I'm looking right now, and I do see that light out indicator. So let's see if we can find which light bulb is out. Tail light, but clearly it is a headlight out. So let me see if I can replace that bulb. And man, for some reason, this dang wiper moved. Should have unplugged it before I started the car. Open the glove box door. I'm going to pull the glove box. I should see that blend motor down there. It should look just like this. It's the part number on this one, 805. And these numbers down here in the corner. So let me see if it's the same motor. Plug it in, see if it functions, and then swap that thing out. Hard to reach, but it is possible. Come down into the glove box compartment. That should be the motor there. I'm going to unplug it, test the one that I have for replacement, and if it works, I'm going to go ahead and pull that one and replace it. Unplugged it, got my replacement plugged in. I'm going to turn the system on, and that thing is turning. See it turning? I seen it. Go to hot. As you can see, it's turning. I'm going to go all the way to cold. It's turning all the way to cold. The problem is I don't know the position that the one that's out there is in. So I'm going to have to pull that thing and look at it. Try to get them to match. It doesn't turn that far, but I want it to be able to plug in. So let me go ahead and unscrew that thing. Very hard to reach screws. You got one on this end and two on the front. Goes in there like this. I'm going to use this Torx 15 to get at it. Reach down there, pull the screws out, match up the rod on it, set it in place, screw it down. I removed the lower screw by removing the lower panel. as you can see, it's easily accessed from there. So now this motor should slide out. Be careful when you do that. You don't put any pressure on this door and break this door. So, you go ahead and slide this motor out. Get the gear lined up the way this one is. Slide the replacement in there and should be done with this. Yep, that's a little bit to the warm side. It's adjusted. It should be good. Let me go ahead and slide it in place. What I just realized is when you unplug these motors from the temperature blend door, that door falls full close. So I cranked this over to full close. Now I can install it. But right now, if I turn it on very low temp, I got full cold. When I turn the fan faster, I get the door actually closes with the pressure and goes full hot. So that blend door thing back there, try to zoom in. When I take the temperature, I take the fan down to slow, you'll see that thing turn and go full close. There it is. So when you pull the motor, it falls full cold. Well, good things happen. My nephew Daquan told me if you take a piece of metal and scrape it on a magnet, it'll magnetize it real quick. So I magnetized that little teeny screw and was able to get that last screw in this upper corner. So it has all 3 screws. We're good to go. I'm going to put this back together and they'll get air on both sides of the car. C70 is on the road. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt the exhaust manifold on this S70, the water pipe, and continue to put the cylinder head back together and the rest of the engine compartment together so we can have this thing running in a few hours. Took the intake tube off. It is deteriorating. Probably needs to be replaced. Get that in the sun so you can see how it's cracking away at the clamp. Clean the PTC valve off. Clean some of the intake tube out. It still has some gunk in it. I didn't have any carb cleaner. I sprayed a little more. So anyway, that's where we are with this intake tube. Probably get a replacement tomorrow. This is the wraparound PCV tube that we took out of a 04 C70. The tube may be bigger. I don't know. It's got this other tube in here. I don't think that's going to work for us. So I'm going to use the one that I have because I'd have to pull that tube out. These is what they had on there. I cut them off, not understanding how they went together. So I'm going to use one of the other ones I pulled off of like a 01. It appears that somebody's been messing with this PCV at one point. And instead of going back with this plastic tube, it often breaks and needs to be replaced. I bet, yep, this tube is broke right now. Going back with one out of a 01. I peeled that hose off there. I'm going to use that hose there. I sprayed stuff through it, make sure it's clear. Now on this side, this will actually hit the intake manifold. So I'm going to cut this off here and slide a vacuum tube over this part here. Leave about a ½ inch or so for a vacuum tube. Cut that off so it don't bump into the intake manifold and have to wrestle with that. But this tube should be permanent, and we're going to go back on like that. It's great. Put the PCV box in. I cleaned out the tube, and I seen that these knock sensors are different, and they're not installed properly. The lines are strung around the starter the wrong way, so I'm going to take these loose and reposition them. This one should be about 3:30, and this one should be about 5 o'clock. So let me reposition those. Have the cam seals installed. For some reason, people get these on backwards. That's because they force them on. Your slot is down. That's going to go down. But if you put it on there and gently turn it, it'll fall in place and slide on. If you force it, you're going to get it on wrong. Then you'll be messed up. See, that just fell in place. Don't force it. It'll fall in place. Got that bushing pressed in with the tool that I have. Bolted a new mount there. It was torn. Now I'm going to check the turbo because there was a lot of water in the inlet. So I'm going to put my fingers down there, check the turbo, hook up that tube, and then work on getting the throttle body and all of that stuff bolted up. Unfortunately, I think we have a turbo going bad. You shouldn't be able to hear the turbo. It spins real good. It's not binding, but man, you can hear the in and out play. I don't know if you can hear that knocking or not. So it has in and out play, but it really didn't have other play other than that. So this turbo may be smoking on it, but it spins really good. Need a turbo rebuild. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.